Hello Beauty News family, welcome to, what are we doing? Kind of first impressions and demo?
Yeah, we're doing a review of something that is highly requested for us to destroy it. So we're also doing that. It'll be up at the same time as this, but this is our review of it because, or first impressions, because we thought we're spending so much money on it, we may as well also review it.
Yeah.
What is it?
It is the Lancôme La Rose à Poudrer.
The rose highlighter that everyone's talking about.
My French is beautiful. Shut up.
Yes, we're Australian.
Yeah.
Second language is French.
Absolutely.
Okay, so this is the packaging. It comes in a fancy box, silver, Lancome-ish.
Black on the inside, which is kind of...
It's kind of classy.
Yeah.
Kind of. And then there's this light pink cardboard circle box, like a little mini hat box. And it's got kind of a design of almost like wall panels. Yeah. And this sort of reminds me of like a decorative ceiling design. So it's sort of got these raised parts and also rose gold writing. So it's very, very pretty.
It reminds me kind of like Georgian architecture. Yeah. So this product is $100 in Australia. It retails for $60 US in the States plus tax. Yeah. So this is really, really expensive. It was released this month in Australia. Yeah. I think just a couple of days ago. Yeah. On the 16th?
15th, I think. Yeah. Okay. So we got it pretty much as soon as it was released. Yeah. A lot of people were requesting us to do a destroying video and we would have done it sooner, but we couldn't get it.
We couldn't get our hands on it.
Everywhere online. Yeah. Contains 1.6 grams of product. Now we are going to test that in the makeup breakup. Yeah. So if you are curious about whether or not it contains 1.6 grams or fingers crossed more for the money that you pay for it.
I will honestly, if it's under 1.6 grams, I will be shocked.
Shook.
I'll be shook. I'm going to throw it off the balcony.
Yeah, but, exactly right. But just for clarification, like if you, comparison, 1.5 grams is generally a standard eyeshadow. So just a standard eyeshadow pan contains 1.5 grams of product. Probably more because they always have to sort of contain more. Yeah. It's better to contain more than less. Yeah. So this whole thing that cost $100, you're getting around the same amount of product as an eyeshadow, but we don't even think it contains that. So we will see.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is made in Japan and it is considered an iridescent blush highlighter. It's not a blush.
It's definitely
not a blush. But let's reveal.
Oh.
So it is that
and
rose.
I don't know, you guys probably wouldn't have seen that, but it just dropped shit everywhere.
Yeah. So we did do our own DIY of this type of thing where we just sort of dunked a flower into alcohol and then kind of dusted highlighter. Yeah, pigment or highlighter on it. This sort of looks like the same thing. In our video, it wasn't super evenly coated. There were like sort of patchiness here and there, and this does have that.
Yeah, so absolutely.
This isn't like a flower that has sort of been woven in with the product. No. It is just that they've dusted product over the top. Yep. So it kind of looks cool if it was $20.
Yeah, for $100, I'm just like, are you high?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I'd have to be high to consider purchasing something like this again. The only reason I hit that buy button was because we wanted to destroy it, and so many people asked to see it.
It was the most highly requested thing we've ever received.
This, ever since this has been delivered to my house, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. It really
and your
does.
bank balance.
Yes. Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, so we're going to do some close-up swatches so you can see what this looks like close up, and we're also going to demonstrate it. Okay, so I've just got a little brush. It's clean. I'm just curious about how easy it is to pick up product. Ooh. So you can pick up a lot. It's quite dusty. Let's have a look. Oh, God, that is... Oh, Jesus. That's okay, you pick up a bit, but it is frosty and it looks very, very chalky.
Yeah, I was going to say, the sheen looks better when it's applied heavily with a brush. Yeah. It looks more intense and more noticeable, but it kind of looks kind of cakey.
Yeah, it does. It looks, hang on, focus on the hand. Yeah, thank you, camera. It does give a nice sheen, but you do need to have fair skin, otherwise this would look very, very chalky on you. which is a shame. But there you go. It's a nice subtle kind of highlighter. Are you going right for the clit? Well done. I'm going for like the outer folds.
My brush isn't picking much up, so I'm going to dip right in there.
Get right deep down.
That's what he said.
Yes. So this is a very sort of powdery, it almost gives a setting powder sort of vibe to it.
It's when you dip your brush into it, it kicks up product like talcum powder does. That's how finely milled it is. So it just naturally gets picked up in the air and starts to fly around. So that's where some of your 1.6 grams of product is going.
Yeah, sadly. Yeah. Okay, let's put some on.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, I'm having some chunky makeup day actually today, so that's fun to look at. So it is very light. It gives a nice kind of sheen to the cheeks, but it's not very noticeable.
No. Oh, actually,
I put a lot on.
So did I. That looks really fucking beautiful on you, Kat.
Oh, wow. You'd want it to look that fucking beautiful. I think it looks nice because it looks sort of natural.
Yeah.
It doesn't emphasize any pores or skin texture, which a lot of highlighters do. But you do need to use quite a lot to get a decent effect. And it's a bit inconvenient to get the leaves.
I'm cringing at what's like flying up into the air.
Yeah, it's... Jesus Christ. This is not the sort of colour that I normally go for as well because it's very, very fair.
It is.
It's got that kind of white look to it which would suit people with really fair skin, but it kind of doesn't really suit me. But I like the amount of sheen.
Yeah.
It's a good amount of sheen. It's pretty.
I think the sheen that it leaves on the skin, like, that actually looks really nice on you.
Oh, thank you.
I really like it.
It's sad that we're just pouring it down the drain.
Yeah, I know.
I like it on the nose.
Should I highlight my chin, guys?
Oh, yeah. That's an in-joke. A lot of people comment saying, why did she highlight her chin? And we're like...
Why does that stupid blonde girl highlight her chin?
And it's called oily skin, my love. Oily skin. But yeah, it's actually a really pretty highlighter. I don't think this is going to last very long on the skin. It seems quite powdery and it's just going to disappear.
Something I really like about this is it seems to go on and just sort of become one with your skin. So a lot of like really reflective highlighters.
Like the Becca one?
Yeah, they kind of...
just sit on the skin.
Yeah, and it almost looks like it's going on a bit patchy. So you add a bit more and you blend to make it look smooth. But by then you've got so much on, it's like fucking blinding.
Can I just point out something though? Yeah. Because we have been using it, I can see that down the bottom it's just like...
Yeah.
It doesn't stay stay on the flower very well. It just, I don't know if you can see that because of the light. We might have to do a close-up later, but literally it just starts flaking off the flower. So it's not a very good design in terms of a practical application of makeup. No. Is it pretty? I like it. I think it's a pretty product. I would have preferred it in a big kind of pan.
So would I. And I've got to say, I actually don't like it on myself because it's a little bit too frosty and it does have a whitish, pinkish base.
Correct.
So it kind of looks a little bit grey on my face.
Yeah, it would look a bit ashy. I don't often go for these highlighters, like these kind of light pinky silver ones. I prefer one with a pink shift or like a rose gold shift because it suits my skin a little bit better. Yeah. If I was more bronze today, this would look really bad on me. So this would have to be for people with light to fair skin. Yeah. People with deeper skin, it just wouldn't work for it.
Yeah, I definitely think if you are like the fairest of them all and you struggle to wear sort of run-of-the-mill, or not run-of-the-mill, but the general highlighting colours.
Yeah. This is a pretty one.
This is a good shade, but goddamn, $100. It's not $100. If it was $100 and like 9 grams of product, okay, all right, I get it.
Yeah.
But it's 1.6 grams.
This also reminds me a little bit of the Laura Mercier matte. Ooh, I'll get it. Hang on a sec. So it almost gives that same kind of effect as this guy here, which is a Laura Mercier. It is the Matte Radiance Baked Powder in Highlight 01, which is a really soft highlighter. It's a little bit more beige than pink, which suits more people. Yeah. But it has that really nice, finely milled powder. that is really, really
Oh my
beautiful
God.
on the skin. Yeah, beautiful on the skin because it's really flattering. It doesn't emphasize skin texture. But this, I think this is under $50 and you get 7.5 grams of product. So I would not mind this formula in this sort of packaging.
Yeah.
Because you just... Okay, there is something about having display makeup, but also what it comes down to is you need to get decent value for money and something that's practical. And this is practical. This is...
And this isn't display makeup. Like, display makeup, you would have to have this open for it to be display makeup.
It should have a clear lid.
It should have a clear lid. But if you have this open on your desk, you know, like, dust is going to get in it, right?
Yeah, it's going to be bad.
Do you want to put dust on your face?
If you have it near a window, it's just going to blow off because it is really, really delicate.
Like, you know, yeah, it's really pretty to look at. And I get the whole display makeup argument, which a lot of people are saying it's, you know, it's a display piece. But when you've got the lid on, it's just a fucking pink box. It's not...
And if that was a box and you opened it up and had a compact that you took out of it, you can have a display piece.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you're not going to sit that on your desk all day, every day, week in, week out, month after month, year after year, and have it gather dust. Because it's going to turn into a dust highlighter and not a fucking rose highlighter.
Yeah.
So I think, personally, I like the product. I like the highlighter.
It's a nice highlighter.
I think it's nice. I think I definitely put on too much, but you know.
But it's one of those
I
products...
always do that.
It's one of those products as well that you can apply...
heavier
to get it more noticeable, or a really soft amount just to get a bit of a glow.
Yeah.
So I think it's restricted with the people that can wear it and your skin colour, because it will look very ashy on some people and start looking ridiculous.
Yeah, it does on me.
And the amount of money you have to pay for the product you get is utterly absurd.
Yeah, that's my issue with it.
It is utterly absurd.
It's overpriced. It is insanely overpriced and it's ridiculous.
Even if that was half the price, you could go, okay, it's a lot of money, but for the gimmick, maybe.
Yeah.
But for 100 Australian dollars, 60 US dollars, it is crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it really is.
And it's not pretty enough. I think also when you open it, it has that wow factor, but when you start using it and you start seeing the petals kind of get like the product coming off it, you start seeing them kind of getting mushed down. Like you can see that they're sort of they're starting to like getting pushed down into the box.
Yeah.
It's just not as amazing when you sort of like the wow. Oh shit. I
know.
Everywhere.
And it does. It just like flies.
Sheds. Yeah. So the wow, when you first open it, you're like, that looks cool. Now I start seeing that there's powder chunking everywhere. The flowers, it's coming off the petals. It's not looking as amazing. So it is, I wouldn't recommend it to people.
No, I think it's a waste of money. I do. And I hate...
It is obviously a waste of money.
Makeup,
it is crazy.
Makeup is, you know, you're buying whatever the fuck you want to buy because you love makeup. Makeup makes you happy. Like, we get it. But that's a fucking waste of money.
It is a waste of money. And so much so that we were like, should we or shouldn't we buy it to review it? And we only did it because it'd been so highly requested.
Yeah.
But we're actually going to try to get around like not having to buy it by doing the DIY. But that made more people request it. So we're going to... Okay, so in conclusion, we've been rambling. It's a waste of money. Yes. It is not a practical product.
No.
It does have that wow factor if that's what you want. And the product itself is actually pretty nice if you've got quite fair skin and you like a more subtle highlighter. That's about it. We are going to test how much product you actually get on the flower. So if you do want to see us destroy this by essentially breaking it apart and washing all the product off it.
I'm going to pop on a pair of gloves and try to scrape off some product to save.
Okay, good idea.
Because...
Yeah. If we can try to like scrape some of it into the container and I
reckon we might be able to do that.
We might try to do that to save some of it because that'd be interesting to see how much in a pan as well you sort of get. Yeah. So that's what we're going to be doing. It'll be linked up in the corner and the description box and at the end card of this. So check that out if you want to see us myth bust the crap out of this.
Oh, yeah.
And see how much product you actually get in it.
For science.
For science! Yay!
Alright guys, so that's it for us today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let us know your thoughts on this Lancome Rose highlighter.
I thought you were going to say Lancome Rose Disaster. I was going to be like, yes.
That too, because, you know, $100 disaster.
That's
kind of what it is.
It is a rort.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Don't forget to check out the destruction video on this one. And
the DIY.
The DIY. Everything will be linked places. And if you can't find it on the screen, check the description box. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Until next time. Bye. Bye.